What is up, people? Back again with another video. So today we are going to be answering commonly asked questions so that to reduce the messages that I've been getting, to reduce the number of DMs that I have. So without further ado, let's just jump right to the first video. First of all, this is my incoming match, the Ghana versus USA, or the Ghana born USA made. So you can be born in Ghana and USA will make you. Very possible. So without further ado, I have the questions put up here, and most of the questions are very, very common questions that you can basically get the idea yourself, like how to get your I-20. You basically get I-20 from the school, and people asking me that, oh, they just got admission, how do they get I-20? You basically get I-20 from the school. You ask your school. Yeah. Yes. So once they give you the admission, and most of you don't even read the admission packet. When they give you the package or the packet or whatever they call it, they list all the things that they need from you for them to issue the I-20. So they'll write on it that, oh, submit this document and then get your I-20 from us. So you get I-20 from the school. So once you get admitted, you just ask your school for the I-20 and then you get it from them. The second thing is how to get bank statement. Now on this question, normally I don't answer them on camera because I don't know who's watching. So just hit me up if you have issues with bank statement. Yeah. And then leave it on campus and off campus. Which one do you think is expensive?
Well, you can also find like a cheap dorm, because every dorm has a price to it.
Yeah.
So you don't want to spend you don't want to spend a lot of money living in a nice dorm. You just get a regular dorm. Everybody living in the same place and getting up and going to class. So then off campus, if you got the money, you know. But some universities have off campus that's pretty manageable. The price is not too crazy. You just gotta really look, because most of the time the off campuses that's joined with the school, everything is included with that rent, so you gotta look for it.
But you've lived on campus and you've lived off campus before. So what's the difference in terms of pricing?
West Virginia is not expensive, depending what state they go to. So
all right. So living on campus, in my opinion, I live on campus, so I don't have a roommate. So basically, it depends. It depends on the school and the state. If you get to live alone on campus, then you should go for it. But
off campus is more, I would say, more privacy.
Yeah, more privacy. But then you should be ready to spend more on transport. Yes. Getting to campus.
But then the thing, if you go to a bigger university, they have buses that pick you up from your apartment. So
for free.
Every university is different. So, but then you gotta do your research to see if they have like university buses that go to certain areas to pick students up and bring them. Because my sister, she go to Florida State, and she live off campus.
Yeah.
And the university buses come to her wherever she lives, like a intersection, and pick her up and take her to campus. So also do that research and see. But other universities that's small, then they might not have like buses.
Okay, so how do you apply for scholarships? Now this question, you basically apply for scholarships from the school's website. Now I don't know of any external websites where you can get scholarship. I don't know if there is, I don't know. But then what I know is that you apply for scholarships, or you apply for scholarships from the school. So this is it. Getting admitted is one thing and getting scholarships is another thing. So when you get admitted to a school, it's up to you to find scholarship from the school. So that is why they have two offices. They have admissions office and financial aid office, meaning they are not together. The people give you the admission, one office gives you the admission and another gives you the scholarship. So you have to find a school, that one will give you admission and two will give you scholarship. So you get the scholarships from the school. You don't apply for it anywhere or anything. Just from the school you apply to.
You go search on this. They have it when you go to the university website.
Yes,
it's a search button.
Yes,
and you go type in international student scholarships, and they have all of it. Because they're not going to bring you here and let you struggle. They have, if you meet the requirements, you get that scholarship. It's not like they're just giving out a scholarship. You got to meet a certain requirements. Your GPA, your grade, your SAT, ACT. You got to meet it. If you don't meet it, they're not going to give you nothing. Do you think American kids are getting a scholarship?
Yes. Speaking of scholarship, people want full scholarship. That is it. So this week I made two videos about full scholarships. That an undergraduate student is almost impossible to get full scholarship here, unless you're
academically smart,
unless
you're
exceptional.
Playing a sport.
Yes, exceptional students, like your sports, you have a very good sports record. They know that when they bring you here, you're going to be taking the name of the school very high. Like you are someone that, we need this person here. Then we are going to give you full scholarship. Come to our school. Even with that, it's not going to be very full. At least you're going to be paying something. Except for masters, you can get graduate assistantship, teaching assistantship. That one you work for the school, be prepared to work for the school. So that is it for full scholarship. And another thing people normally ask is sports scholarship. Some people are like, their grade wasn't the best, but you can play sports, how do you come? So normally for my school, when you're applying, they ask you if you are being recruited by a coach or something. So you put the coach's
But then
name
you
there.
gotta. It's not like it depends where you go.
Yeah.
There's D1, D1 AA, D2. So
Yeah, most people don't
you
know
gotta
that.
you gotta meet
Most
the
people don't
NCAA requirements, because once you get recruited, they gotta send your information to the NCAA. Then they're gonna research on your background. Did this guy play professional somewhere?
Yeah.
Something like that. So if you don't meet that, you can't play no sports in the school.
Yeah. And also with a sports scholarship, the best thing is to reach out to the coach. Convince the coach that, yo, I've been playing for my country here. I've been doing this, I've been doing that. If you have videos, certificates, send it to them. And then they'll probably help you go ahead and apply for admission.
If you're in school right now, have somebody record you.
Yes.
Playing soccer or something. And
yes.
Just get the best clips out of it.
The best clips, yeah.
Then track, have somebody record you running, then make a highlight, then build it, send a message to the coaches. This is me, my time, my certificate. Then that'll be easy process.
Yes.
You could be emailing them, but they won't believe you. They have nothing to see.
Unless you show them proof that you can actually do it. And then from sports scholarships, some people normally ask, how much will the whole process cost? And this question I don't know, because my part was different. I applied for visa 3 times. I wouldn't even have the amounts that I spent. It's way different from everyone. Maybe you get your visa on the first try, you get it on the second try. You can't give a fixed amount that, the whole process will cost $3,000 or $2,000. Just that. Focus on the next immediate step. I need a passport. So first, focus on getting money for your passport. After a passport, I need to apply to schools. Focus on getting the schools. That is it. Focus on the next immediate step. Don't think about the cost and anything involved. Yeah, basically. And the next thing is differences between private and public. I don't really know the difference.
Private is expensive. Their tuition is always going to be up. Public is very cheap because it's government funded. So you also got to look at that. But private schools, they do give scholarships, but then you gotta figure out how you gonna pay the rest
yourself.
Unless you are academically smart, then you have a less balance by the time you get to the school.
Yeah. And also differences between college and university. There's no really much difference. Western what?
Oh, that's probably a company.
Millennium. So the difference between a college and a university, there's not much difference, or the
college is not really much difference, but like there's, I guess, how the school was already named, but then they could be a college that's public, there could be a college that's like, private, a university that's private, so it doesn't really matter really.
Alright, so that's basically the difference. There's no exceptional difference or anything between these two things. And what if I have relatives here? Do you inform the embassy if you have relatives here or not? No, I know people who have parents here and they put their names on their DS form that their parents are in the US, they are US citizens, and they still got approved. So I don't really know, but then the perception out there is that if you have a relative here, the relative might file for you, or you might go and live with that person. So in my opinion, if the relative isn't playing any major role in your application, let's say he's not funding for your fees, or he don't go and mention his name. If he's not playing any serious role, like you are going to live with him or anything, just don't say that you have a relative here or a cousin or anything. Just go with the school. Let it be like you are living on campus. This is the school's address. This is where you are coming to. Don't really say, I have an uncle here, and go and put his address and stuff, because they think that you come and be with your uncle. So yeah, basically it. And also, if you have a US citizen who wants to sponsor, like with their bank statement,
that's different.
That's also different. But then if they are sponsored with the US bank statement, I have experiences where most people weren't approved when they were sponsored with parents' bank statements from the US. I don't really know, but if I get an answer to this, I'll probably talk about this, but I don't really know for now. And the next question is visa lottery. So I watched the video this week about a lawyer talking about how when you apply for the US visa lottery, the US has your information, and I think it's true. So when you apply for the visa lottery, I think they have your information that you have immigrant intent. So let's say you've applied for the visa lottery 5 times, 6 times, 7 times, or 8 times. It's like a red flag to them that you wanted to apply for a green card. You've applied for 8 times, and you are come to apply for student visa, saying that you return. It doesn't really make sense to them.
Yeah.
So remember that the more you apply for US visa lottery, the more explanations you will have to be doing. So get ready for that. So if you apply for the US visa lottery once, twice, it's not working, Charlie, don't try it again. Just focus on one part. You don't need to focus on so many things. I want to come here as a green card holder. I want to come here as a student. I want to come here as a worker. No, focus on just one part. Focus on it, master it, and just come with it. So if you want to come here as a student, focus solely on studying and just come with the student visa. Yeah, and also, how much should I have on me? This question doesn't really, just don't have anything more than $10,000. Or they will question you anything, you can just carry any amount and come with. Ivory Coast and Accra, which place is very difficult now. So when I was living in Ghana, they said Ivory Coast, some Ghanaians went to fake I-20 over there, and now it got them angry. So they were kind of mafia Ghanaians. So if you're a Ghanaian and you go there for interview, they'll bounce you automatically. I don't know how true this is, but almost those who went to Ivory Coast, almost all of my friends who went to Ivory Coast with even less school fees than me, they were refused under seconds. They didn't even listen to them. The moment they heard that they were from Ghana, they just refused them. So I would say that just focus on going to Accra. There's nothing so special about Ivory Coast or Accra. It's basically the same thing. So yeah, that's basically it. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching this video. We are in a different state. We went to a wedding, and I don't know if I'll share the experience about the wedding, but maybe another video. Yeah, so basically that is it. Put your questions in the description, and also you can get the questions I was asked at the US interview also in the description. I'm going to put the link there. You can just download it, and you can watch the previous videos about how to answer US visa interview questions. And that's basically it for today's video. Alright,
see you guys later.